Hey y'all, I promised you a video, and I'm actually waiting for someone else to go live so I can moderate their room. But I wanted to first touch on, I think I'm gonna make this like a series, right? I'm gonna upload, I'll do a reading today, like a quick 15-minute one. I probably won't use any tarot, but I'll use some Kipper decks and some other stuff. But the first part in this series of soul connections, we're going to talk about karmics. What is a karmic relationship? So there are different kinds of relationships, but we're going to concentrate on romantic right now. I'm super hot, so I'm like turning my fan off of my TV. Karmic relationships. For those of you guys out there that do watch YouTube soul connection readings and what is he thinking and feeling and all of that stuff, I know that some of y'all on here, my subscribers that I know, don't particularly watch those. And for those of you guys that are just getting into it, just be wary and be careful. Because people are like bad-mouthing karmic relationships, and if you're in a soul connection with somebody, whether it be a twin flame connection, a soulmate connection, or a karmic connection, that the karmics are quote-unquote bad, or they're evil, or they're not. And that's not true, because everybody has been somebody's karmic. This is simply what a karmic relationship is. And take the M-I-C out for the karmic, and it's karma, right? So it's a lesson, right? Karmic relationships can be intense, deep, and long-lasting. You can be married to a karmic soulmate, karmic partner, and have a good marriage. So simply put, when you guys are out here and you're listening to videos and stuff, don't get it misconstrued that karmic partners are some evil people, women, men, practicing black magic on the partner. And yeah, that's gotten way out of control. When I think about over the years of my life and the karmics, I've had some karmic partners, karmic soulmates, and each one had a progressive lesson. In the next segment, I'll talk about what's a soulmate, a high level soulmate, life partner. But with the karmic relationships, and friends can be karmic relationships as well. They don't always have to be romantic. The best thing to keep in mind is there's always a lesson in it, right? A big lesson that you need to learn. And you will keep going through the same lesson with a different person until you learn the lesson. Like for me, personally, my lesson was to learn how to love myself. And have better boundaries, and to know how to put up those boundaries pretty quick. So with the karmic partners, it's simply a lesson that you have to learn. You can be in a karmic friendship for 20 or 30 years. And all friendships, relationships are simply put for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Sometimes all three. The season can be long, the season can be short. But if you watch other videos and other readers, because I'm not that kind of reader, I'm going to be a different kind of person, and I want my channel to have all kinds of content, We might do beauty content. There's a lot of beauty videos out there, but, I'm 50 and fabulous, so I could probably do a few videos on how to stay fabulous. But the karmic relationships are something that can be extremely painful. And as I said before, we've all been somebody's karmic partner. So I don't really like to see those videos I've been watching like YouTube readings and stuff for about 3 years. And when I met someone and realized that I was on what's called the twin flame journey, which has been way over dramatized and sensationalized, right? Because not everybody is one. So with the karmic part, if you think you're a karmic partner, start to research it, start to look it up. And whatever kind of soul connection you're in, if you are in a deep soul connection, karmic partners can be very deep, very spiritual relationships, whether they be romantic, with family, or friends. There's a lot of sometimes past life stuff, if you believe in that. I didn't a few years back. I mean, I always kind of did, but with a lot of research now, my thought process has truly changed on that. And I'm a very old soul, and most people are really, really old souls. And in this lifetime, you might be here to learn lessons that you didn't learn from your past lives or whatever. But with the karmic relationships, some of them can be super toxic and with a lot of conflict, and can be super volatile. But they can also be very beautiful too. I would suggest look up the word karmic or karma. And another thing that I think that is too sensationalized is people refer to karmic relationships or karma as always being bad. And it's not. It's simply, it is you reap what you sow. But if you're a person like I'm, try to be, and sow good seeds, then you reap a good harvest, right? So the same thing, you reap what you sow. That can be good or that can be bad. This Mercury retrograde, for those of you that don't know what it is, the planet Mercury goes into retrograde about 3 times a year. But this year, this one that comes in October and lasts till about November 14th, I think it is. The biggest 3 things to know. Old karmic partners will come back. Your communication. Watch your communication. Watch what you say, who you say it to, and how you say it. And technology. If you have a newer car, your technology is going to act crazy. You're not going to be able to upload, download. It's going to malfunction because it just affects communication, and it greatly affects technology. So that's what I will post the reading on. I'll get it done tonight, but I might not get it uploaded tonight. I might get it uploaded tomorrow. We'll talk about the Mercury retrograde and past people and how to navigate it a little bit. Take really good care of yourself, because a lot of people from your past will come back. And that doesn't necessarily have to be exes and, ex-girlfriends, ex-boyfriends, or ex-romantic partners. It could be old friends that want to make amends with you or try to get back into your life. Use your intuition. Use your discernment. If it doesn't feel right, pay attention to that. So, have you ever noticed that around every October, a little bit before too, in like September, all of a sudden you'll get an call from an ex. You ain't heard from them in a year. Couple years, and here they come. That's what happens. I got into my car the other day. And my car started talking to me and saying some really weirdo shit. It was like, you check your phone to download your contacts. I never heard this message before on my phone. I started getting real irritated because my phone wasn't uploading the contacts, and it just wouldn't do it. And then I remember my spirit guide saying, remember, it's Mercury retrograde. And this one, you guys, is going to be a kind of heavy one. So, get lots of rest, drink lots of water. And I'll do a 10 or 15 minute reading on how to navigate this Mercury retrograde or whatever comes out. But back to the karmic partners. If any of you watch, a lot of these readers, man, they are bashing karmic relationships, and they all do black magic. I'm not saying people don't do black magic, because they do, and I've had it attempted on me before, but it bounced back. It wasn't successful. But we have all been in karmic relationships, right? My last ex, whom just called, like, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago or something. It's like he keeps coming back like a roach. He comes back every retrograde. And it was a very spiritual. So I'm going to give you an example of my karmic relationship. He was a karmic soulmate. And I'll explain the different types of soulmates later. He was there to really teach me about myself. And it was maybe my second experience having a super spiritual relationship. I'm super spiritual. I believe in God. And I have been an astral traveler, which when I say astral traveler, I mean like when I lay down and go to sleep, my soul goes to a whole bunch of different places. I don't always even sleep. I'm in a deep state of unconsciousness, but I don't necessarily sleep. And we had a really deep soul connection. I'm here to tell you, I thought he was the one. He was even what's called a shapeshifter. And shapeshifters, most people don't know if they are one. And just because you do have the ability to shift shape, doesn't necessarily mean you're evil or bad either. It's a gift that you have that most people aren't even conscious of or aware of. So, by the way, Salita, I know you're going to watch this, and I'm using the same stand you gave me until I can get tripods and all that stuff together. So thank you, because I'm still using it. It was such a spiritual relationship, you guys. I couldn't... it was the first experience that I had with someone like straight up invading my energy. Like, I could be walking down the street if I wasn't with him, and I could like feel somebody like tapping into me, and then I could hear his voice. We had telepathy and everything. And just to be clear, when you have telepathy, everybody has telepathy. If you have the ability to communicate with whoever you call your higher power, whomever you call God, whether that's Allah, Buddha, whatever. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? You do whatever resonates with you right now. But when you ask your God a question, when you ask the Lord a question, and you hear an answer, that's telepathy. Right? Simple. And you can have that with anybody. You can have it with a karmic partner. And I saw all kinds of signs and synchronicities. Like we had gotten into a huge argument, and I think he actually went to jail. But I start seeing his last name like everywhere. I was like, what the hell's going on? And he could just invade my energy. He could tap into me, and he was way more experienced at it than what he'd let on. And so I thought, oh my God, this one is the one. Even though we were both in a stage in our lives where things were really wild. I'm an addict in recovery, and I have 92 months clean today. So, when you get stuff like mind, mood altering substances involved, or that's something you engage in, you can tend to tap into spiritual realms that you may not be ready to handle and deal with. So let's just say that. And it was so spiritual. The sex was amazing. It was bomb. And it was so toxic. And I didn't realize that he was not a good person. And he is very, very spiritually gifted, and hides it behind the Bible. I don't like that. Has amazing spiritual gifts and uses them for the wrong reasons. So Just because you're in a karmic relationship doesn't mean that everybody's using dark magic on you. I believe now, and this is the first time I've actually ever said this, that he did practice dark magic on me and, hides it behind, I'm a man of God in the church. But that was my, I want to say, second or third karmic relationship. But that one was preparation for the next soul connection that I got into. So, and when you get into these connections with people, there is almost always a soul tie, right? And have you ever experienced, especially in a karmic partnership, where you might not have seen that person for years, 5, 6, 10 years. And you lay down, you go to sleep, you have a dream about them. And then you might start having excessive dreams, or 1 or 2 a week, and you're like, well, what the hell's going on with this? That person's actually trying to contact you in what's called the 4D, the dream state. Like what we live in here is a 3D. I'll get into all that in another one. But you'll find that a lot too in all this month and half of next month. Exes and stuff might come back to you, but they might not come back to you physically. It might be spiritually in a dream. But he was definitely a karmic soulmate. And that was my first experience it wasn't my first experience, it was my second experience, but it was my first experience having such a deep connection and being so deeply connected to people. We are all connected to each other. I have dreamt of people that I have never met. I've helped them in the dream state, helped them in the spiritual realm, but I still have physically to meet them, and I may not. You never know. But karmic partners are, simply put, lessons. Now, everything is a lesson. Don't get me wrong. But a karmic relationship is a lesson for you. And if you don't learn the lesson, you're gonna keep going through it with a different face. And then you get stuck on like this karmic loop, right? And that's a horrible place to be. But the one thing I wanted to clarify with a karmic relationship is that, number one, it's not necessarily bad. Number two, it's not always romantic. And number three, please don't get caught up when you get into a soul connection with somebody and fall into the codependency of putting your happiness or your future or your outcome in another reader's hands. Karmic connections can be so strong and so spiritual that you will think that this is your life partner, and it may be, and it may not be. I always tell people to consult your higher power. That is the best thing that I can tell you. Because you got a lot of readers out here, and I'm not dissing anybody. I don't want no trouble with nobody, because a lot of readers are at war with each other out here. But the one person that I came across, and she's beautiful, her name is Angelic Guidance 333. She has helped me to keep from not losing my mind completely these past 3 years on my twin flame journey. When I asked her, could she confirm if I was a twin flame or if this person, she wouldn't do it. And to this day, I respect that, because number one, she didn't want to guide me in a direction that might not be right. And then I stay waiting for somebody that I'm not even meant to be with as a life partner. So if you are in a soul connection, first consult your God. And try not to get caught up in watching a whole bunch of different readings, because a lot of this stuff has been sensationalized now, and people are using it, and they're just telling you what you want to hear, right? And feeding codependency. I'm not here to feed anybody's codependency. That's what I will not be doing. So I'm gonna get to, because one of my favorite readers has not. She was supposed to go live an hour ago, and she has not gone live yet. So I think what I will do is, while I am waiting for her to go live, I will do a Mercury retrograde reading for you guys and upload it. And I'll try to have it uploaded tonight. What else can I say about karmic relationships? So, and your karmic can be anybody. It's another thing I wanted to say. Your karmic could be your mama, your sister, your friend, cousin, romantic partner. Doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Yeah, it really doesn't matter. So, it's really about learning to use your intuition with karmic partners. The main thing I would like for you guys to take away from this is that karmic partners are not evil, or everybody, because there are people out there that practice black magic. I'm not saying they're not. That doesn't even make them a karmic partner. And so I'm probably not gonna do a whole lot of twin flame readings and, what does he or she feel about you? That's just irrelevant. I might just do some general, what do you need to look for? I'm still trying to find my way through about what we're gonna do on this channel, and as it grows, and I may take it over to Patreon too. I have a Patreon account, so I might go over there where that's what you do, is you go live. And I'm on video, and then there's a chat room, But, yeah. And what my channel will ultimately at some point end up is I'm here to help other twin souls. I'm here to help other twin flames that are new to their journey, to help them navigate how to get through this and stay sane. Because it's not easy. And how to discern. Now, I will say how to discern the difference between a karmic, a soulmate, and a twin soul. Which a twin soul is a soulmate, it's just the highest level. But there are some differences. And in the next video, I will talk about what those differences are. And if you are in a karmic relationship, it's okay. Learn the lesson. And you may stay with that person or stay friends with that person, or you may not. But the biggest thing is to learn the lesson. And most of the times, the lessons has to do with something about you and your self-love and how you treat yourself, right? Because how we treat others is a direct reflection of how we feel about ourselves. So even if we're allowing somebody to treat us like crap, we got to keep it real and say, well, how much do I love myself? How do I really feel about myself? So that's something, to keep in mind, is that everybody you come across for a reason and a purpose. And so with karmic relationships, that's the purpose, a lesson. So I'm going to go ahead and jump off and set up and do a quick reading for you guys. It'll probably be as long as this video. And like, subscribe, share, comment, hit me up on my email, hit me up on Facebook, and let me know what you guys think and some content that you guys want to see, because I'm more than happy to be doing all kinds of different stuff. It doesn't matter. And this month is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, as I am a DV advocate. So before the month is out, I might do a video on the power and control wheel, and maybe we'll spread out, are you in an abusive relationship? I don't know. We'll see. Thank you. Much love.